All right, Nitro V. This is 1/8 inch thick, so it's the same thickness as the AEBL. Has the same edge geometry as the fill lowers did. So anyway, the only difference is the tip shape, but that's not going to interfere with this test. We did the AEBL versus 3V, so we're just going to do a cut test to see how many counts we get with the same rope, same requirements, everything as the other two, and just kind of do a follow-up to that test comparison. Okay, so here we're going to do the Rockwell testing on this one. Approximately the same location, we're pretty close to it on the blade. Okay, this one, the Rockwell, is 63. 63. Okay? And that's within the range. For stainless steels, the AEBL Nitro V, I try to stay within 61 to 63 range. Okay? Somebody asked me, did I have issues with edge chipping? No. As much as I abuse these knives, no, I ain't never had any edge chipping. Now, I will say that a lot of the carbon steels like 01 and tools of the CPM 3V, I try to stay right at the 60 range, 59 60 on the 3V, because they're a little bit tougher than 01. But for 01, I do try just keep it between 55 and 58. For the AEBL and the Nitro V and those seals, yeah, we stay, I'm at 61 to 63 constantly on those. And if you look at all my videos, you'll see that edge geometry and edge durability has no issues at all. Okay, all right, so we're gonna do the same thing, Falconev and 3V, and I'll attach the previous video of the 3V versus AEBL to the end of this one, in case you missed it. So we're going to just kind of touch the edge up. Make sure we got a good edge on it. Do the ceramic side. Okay, just kind of clean the edge a bit. And it has a scary sharp edge on it right now. I mean, it's scary sharp. It's kind of like the AEBL. Nitro V is about as close to AEBL as I've found. It does take a few more strokes to sharpen, but not a whole lot. But it is a little bit more to sharpen, okay? And here's the paper test. So anyway, it's got a good edge on it. All right, let's do the counts. We're just going to see how they do at what was that, 60? So let's do 60 and see how many it takes to do 61. How many saws back and forth. So just kind of do an idea of how edge retention is compared to the AEBL and the 3V. Now I am going to say this is steels that I personally have heat treated in-house. Now I don't know how other people's steel is going to compare to this. I don't know. You just got to do your own testing on other steels. I know what these are, and this is my methods and my angles, my geometry on the edges, because not everyone uses a geometry that I use on edge. Sometimes it's not a 12 or 13, maybe it may be a 15 on either side. Some of them can go as high as 22. So you just have to test other people's. I'm just telling you what WC knives is, okay? All right, okay. Move the camera down and we'll go to counting. $45. Hold on, I'm getting tired. $48. $49. It's $50. It's already feels sharp. Well, it still shaves. Don't want to cut the paper too well. It doesn't. All right, let's see if we can get 10 more out of it. All right, that's 60. So I think the AEBL was sawing back and forth 3 times or 4 times. I think it's 4 times, and the 3V was 7 times. Now the width, the length, is a little bit shorter on this one, so kind of take that into account. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6. So it falls a little bit in between the AEBL and the 3V. And it does shave about as well as the other two. Okay, so there you have it. I mean, and to bring it back, you probably don't even need to put it on a diamond stone. You probably just use the ceramic side. It's 4 on one side, and then do an alternation. You can probably see the hair flying off the arm, which my hair is very light colored. So, I mean, it's hair popping sharp now. So it sharpens back up very easily. A lot easier than 3B. But anyway, I think that Nitro V compared to AEBL in my test, it's very comparable to AEBL. That's the reason I used it as a substitute when I was having trouble getting AEBL. And sometimes I have trouble getting either one. So they kind of, you have to go with whatever I can get as the knives come available. But so Nitro V and AEBL is very, very similar. So anyway, there you have it. I hope that answered some questions. And again, this is just, you know, kind of for my benefit to see how the steels compare, edge retention. Now, I mean, as far as a test product to do an edge retention test, I mean, I've done cardboard in the past. I've done other things in the past, done rubber. Rubber inner tube is a good way to dull an edge pretty quick. But if you use the same medium testing out the same different knives, then it kind of gives you an idea of how well that steel is performing. So as far as using the medium, it really, that has nothing to do with it. It's because it's dulling it's the same abrasive product on both types of steel, is what I'm saying. So will other mediums dull a knife quicker than other mediums? Yeah. I mean, if you took this to the edge to a piece of concrete block, then it's going to dull pretty quick. So, I mean, it doesn't matter. As long as you're using the same testing criteria for both types of steel, then it kind of gives you an idea. So anyway, like I said in the other video, test your knives, because these are blades that I have heat treated and cryo treated in house. I showed you what the Rockwell was, and different manufacturers has different Rockwell hardness, and they have different methods of heat treatment. They have different geometries, apex thicknesses, a bunch of different things. So, but to kind of give you an idea how well your knives perform, do your own test. See which ones you like best. So until the next one, you guys get in the backyard, whittle on a stick, be sure to take a child with you, get the opportunity. Teach that child some things, some skills. Pass on some of that knowledge. Until the next one, you guys be safe.